What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams insists that Floyd Mayweather's daughter, 19 years old, deserves 8 years for stabbing fiance's baby mama. Wow. She goes on record, and this is what she has to say. She said, during the host topic segment, Liana deserves at least 8 years in prison for allegedly stabbing LaPatra Jacobs. LaPatra is the mother of Iyanna's rapper's fiance, NBA Youngboy's child, okay? According to police, she's charged with a felony aggravated assault with a deadly weapon following the violent altercation. When he went on, Liana sent a woman to a hospital for no good reason when that bed could have been used for a corona victim. Wow. And she went on. She says, women sent a woman to the hospital for no good reason. Okay. All right. We said that already. Wendy also believes Liana's boxer father is partly to blame for his daughter's violent actions. She said, as a parent, I know there's sometimes no account for what our kids do, okay? But at least we can plant seeds of their self-worth in them. Wow. Why would the heiress to the throne at 19 get involved with a 20-year-old man with 4 kids from 3 baby mamas and this hood mess? Wendy referred to the teen as a misguided child, adding, when you're a Mayweather, you're 19, you're better than this. And of course, Liana was taken into custody following the incident, but released on a $30,000 bail. According to police, she was ordered to stay at least 1,000 feet away from LaPatra. In her mugshot, Liana appeared to have a fat lip and small cuts on her face. Do you have the story? Now, Wendy Williams. Now, I know she's like a powerful talk show host, famous in some categories, infamous in the others. You know, Judge Mathis broke her down, and I have to counterpunch her too. I know what she's doing with, hey, that could have been a corona victim's space or whatnot, but I know that's under the belt. That's really under the belt. Okay, you know, to use what's going on, to have that to do with that particular situation is dirty, honestly. At least 8 years, and she's 19 years old. You rob her of her 20s. And you heard that the girl had a fat lip and cuts around her face. So how do we know? Instead of blaming this boy, NBA Youngboy, because this woman came to his house, his fiance came to, I guess, her future home to find out one of his baby mamas is there. Okay. He gets into an altercation outside this house. Whatever happened outside the house triggered what happened inside the house. Logic will tell you that. If she picked up a knife, I've seen a lot of women pick up, females and knives go hand in hand. That's not like a worse thing. It ain't like she tried to cut her, she's tried to stab her. That's what people do when they're enraged. Did NBA Youngboy, does he have the demeanor to probably beat up or rough up little Mayweather? Because, I mean, she's like, what, $105? She's a little bitty thing. You know, God only knows what happened outside before she went inside, for one. For two, Wendy Williams saying she needs at least 8 years and then partially blaming it on Floyd, but then says some shit that, oh, as a parent, I know there's no accounting for what we do, what our kids do. Okay, but at least we can plant little seeds of their self-worth. Oh, planting seeds of self-worth. Like your son punching his dad in the face. And yeah, he got arrested for it, but did anybody press charges? No. Why? Because it was an inside thing. It was a predicament between a son and a father, and it involved you because that was your son too. So why would you want this girl to go to jail for 8 years? Now, did she die? No. Did if the baby was in danger, that's understandable, right? Because that holds a whole different charge. However, at least 8 years and then blaming it on Floyd for planting good seeds where what the fuck was your kid doing? What seeds did you plant for your kid to get in a fight with his father, right? And punch his father in the face? Lucky his father didn't beat the hell out of him. But I mean, he had to get it from somewhere. We could say, that's you. Would it be wrong for someone like Oprah Winfrey to say, hey, you know, Wendy Williams' kid punched his dad in the face? That just shows you it's coming from maybe because that kid's a Williams, and it's how they plant seeds, you know, and the seeds should be planted better, or better seeds should be planted with that kid to not allow that kid to punch his father in the face. You see what I'm going with this? So that's wrong for her to come after Floyd with this. Now, to look at that though, was Floyd actually responsible? Now, if he was one of the reasons that they met, okay, you know, you can see, well, hey, you know, that's a little understandable. But for Wendy to just go, you know, to the juggler, because this just happened last year with her son, right? Son has mug shots and all that good stuff, you know, and he is, how old is this kid? 18 years old. So that makes him 19. So guess what, Wendy? Your kid's the exact same age, did a violent act to someone that he knew, someone close to him, right? This girl had a knife. Now it becomes aggravated. I do get it. You know, but to come at Floyd the way you did and blame him for something that his daughter did, it's like we could very well do that to your son and blame you for what your son did. Does that make any sense to people? Because the way she comes at people, and these talk show hosts got to be very careful on what happens, you know? And I know she threw that little shit in there like, oh, well, as a parent, I know there's no accounting for what you do to your, with what our kids do. But at least we can plant a little seeds. How do you know that he didn't? You know what I mean? In fact, Floyd, how do you know Floyd was really in that girl's life like that? So if that's the case, why the hell would you blame Floyd? Because remember, this is that older daughter, right? This is that older daughter of Floyd's. This is not the child's mom that passed, kid. This is the older girl, I forget her name, but that's Floyd's other child's mom. You know, now if Floyd had a choice to hook his daughter up with a 20-year-old with 4 kids and 3 baby mamas, you know, that is some hood shit. Let's just be real. That's some, you know, she should have thought about that, and then he should have guided her better, you know, but that has nothing to do with planting seeds. You know what I mean? That's just giving someone good advice after the fact or before something could possibly happen. The seeds were planted. She's talking about is how the girl came up about. So, I mean, really she would be attacking the girl's parents, you know, but to blame Floyd, I just think that's very feminist of her. You know what I mean? That's a typical feminist comment. Oh, you blame Floyd Mayweather. You know what I mean? That's wrong to do. You know, honestly, you know, as a misguided child, maybe she was, but to blame Floyd, that's not fair. You know what I mean? Because we could very well say, maybe your kid was misguided by arguing with his dad in the middle of a store, right? And things of that nature. And they're getting into it. If it was the dad's fault, well, maybe you should have questioned who the hell you married or had a child with. You know, it's a lot of things you don't have control over, so I don't really understand why people come on here and want to blame Floyd for what this girl done. You know what I mean? That's wrong. You know, especially when you got shit in your own backyard you need to worry about. That's my counterpunch on that from what Wendy Williams said. You guys tell me what you think about Wendy Williams' comments. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been counterpunched. Peace.